Hi, dear students, welcome back to Success EduTech. I hope all of you are doing your level best for your studies. Once again, let us begin with our series of the subject Science and Technology. Standard 9, Chapter number 2 Work and Energy. In the first lecture of this chapter, we were introduced to the definition of the work and energy. In today's lecture, we will study in detail the unit of work and what all are the conditions of the work. Let us start with the definition of work. Work is equal to force into displacement. Whenever you apply a force to a stationary object, at the time there will be a displacement of the object. So the product of the force and displacement together will make a work. So at the time whenever there is a displacement of the object because of the applied force, there is some work done. So the work done is equal to force into displacement. The unit of force is, the SI unit of force is Newton. The unit of displacement is meter. Correct? So, when you multiply these two, at the time you will get the work done is equal to force into displacement and its unit will be equal to Newton meter. Correct? This is the SI unit of work. The Newton meter is also called as a joule. Joule was a scientist who introduced the work, the definition of work and its unit. So the reason, after the name of the scientist, the unit of the work is called as a joule, which is equal to Newton meter. The definition of 1 joule is, if a force of 1 Newton displaces an object through 1 meter in the direction of the force, the amount of work done on the object is 1 joule. That it means that whenever 1 Newton of force is applied to an object, it should get displaced by 1 meter. Okay, at that time we will call it as a 1 joule of work is done. So 1 joule is equal to 1 Newton into 1 meter. Similarly, in CGS system, we know that the unit of the work is dyne centimeter. How? Because the work is equal to force into displacement. The unit of force is dyne in CGS system, dyne, and the unit of displacement is centimeter. So when you multiply this two, it comes out to be dyne centimeter, and it is called as a arch, 1 arch. So unit of work is dyne centimeter, also called as arch. 1 arch, if a force, what is the definition of 1 arch? If a force of 1 dyne displaces an object by 1 centimeter, in the direction of the force, the amount of work done is 1 arch. So 1 arch is equal to 1 dyne into 1 centimeter. You should remember the key point is the force and the displacement both should be in the same direction. So at that time we say that 1 joule of work is done, 1 arch of work is done. Now, what is the relationship between the joule and the arch? These are the new terms which we are hearing today, correct? So, 1 joule and 1 arch. What is the relationship between the two that we should come to know? We know that work is equal to force into displacement. So, 1 joule is equal to 1 Newton into 1 meter, correct? This we know. 1 joule is equal to 1 Newton into 1 meter. 1 Newton is equal to how much dyne? Because we need what is the relation between joule and arch. So 1 Newton is equal to 10 raised to 5 dyne. 1 Newton is equal to 10 raised to 5 dyne. These are the standards, okay? And 1 meter is equal to how much centimeter? It is 10 raised to 2 centimeter. This we all know, okay? As we know, 1 meter is equal to 10 raised to 2 centimeter or 100 centimeter. Similarly, there is relation between Newton and dyne. That means 1 Newton is 10 raised to 5 dyne. Now, the bases are same, 10, 10. So, powers get added. So, 10 raised to 5 plus 2. So, it comes out to be 10 raised to 7 dyne centimeter. And we know that dyne centimeter is called as a arc. So, 1 joule is equal to 10 raised to 7 arch. So, this is the relationship between the joule and the arch. You should remember this very carefully because it do come in exams. So, students, just you should write this derivation part and you can write the relationship between the joule and the arch. Now, what is positive, negative and zero work done? These are the three conditions of the work done. In the previous lecture, We studied a small table. In that table we said that for 0 degree the work done is positive, for 180 degree the work done is negative, for 90 degree the work done is 0. That we are going to learn in detail now. They have asked, discuss the direction of the force and of the displacement in each of the following cases. Pushing a stalled vehicle. You have to push a stalled vehicle. So you will apply some force and there will be displacement. Okay, and force and displacement will be in the same direction. So the work done will be positive, you will say. Catching the ball which your friend has thrown towards you. Tying a stone to one end of a string and swinging it round and round. When you swing it round and round, you will apply some force. Okay, and when as the force you are applying, the stone will move in that direction. Walking up and down a staircase. When you walk up, then you are in the opposition to the gravitational pull of the earth. When you are walking down, that means you are in the direction of the gravitational pull. So at that time when you are walking down, at the time work done will be positive. When you are walking up, since you are opposite in the direction of the force applied by the earth, gravitational force applied by the earth, at that time the work done will be negative. Climbing a tree, or again you are in opposition to the gravitational pull of the earth. Stopping a moving car by applying brakes, that means you are opposing it. Okay, when you are opposing it, at that time the negative work will be done. So looking at all this example, you will notice that in some of the above example, the direction of the force and the displacement are the same. In some cases, these directions are opposite to each other, while in some cases they are perpendicular to each other. In these cases, the work done by the force is as follows. We are going to see here. When the force and the displacement are in the same direction, theta is equal to 0 degree, the work done by the force is positive. Let us take an example of a car. Suppose there is a car, okay? There is a car, small car. You are going to apply the force from here. You are going to push the car. So your force is in this direction, okay? And the car get displaced in this direction. Your displacement is in this direction. So force and displacement both are in the same direction. So the angle between the force and the displacement is 0 degree. At the time we will say that the work done is positive. Now next, when the force and the displacement are in opposite direction, that means what? Now I'll change the direction of the force. See, the applied force is in this direction, okay, and your car is in getting displaced in this direction. So at that time the angle between the force, this is your force and this is the displacement. A force is 180 degree, correct? The angle between the force and displacement is 180 degree. That means you're applying the force in this direction, car displacement of the car is in this direction. So the applied force and the displacement are in the opposite direction. 180 degree is the angle between the two. Therefore the work done will be negative, because since the force is in opposite direction, you can call it as it is in opposite direction. It is in the negative side of the displacement. This will happen whenever you are on the slope. See, whenever you are on the slope where there is a tilt, where there is a tilt, at that place only the car will move this place. If you apply the force in this direction, your car is here, and you apply the force in this direction, the force will be in the opposite direction, but car will come down only, okay, and at the time the work done will be negative. When the applied force does not cause any displacement, or when the force and the displacement are perpendicular to each other, the work done by the force is 0. Yeah, see, your car is like this and you are going to apply the force in this direction. That means displacement is in this direction and force in this direction. The angle is 190 degree, but it won't affect anything. There will be no work done at that time. There will be no work done. There will be no movement, because you are pressing the car from upside and the displacement should be in this direction. So at that time the work done will be what? It will be 0. So 0 work done. We shall study the concept of positive, negative and 0 work done in more detail using this example. This is not of much importance, just you understand what is positive, negative and 0 work done. They have taken a plastic cup and made a hole in the center of its bottom. They have taken a long thread, doubled it and passed it through the hole. They have passed that thread to the hole. Tie a thick, you have to take a thread like this, you double it, okay. Here you tie a knot and put this end inside the cup. Here you tie a nut, here you tie a nut. And for the first example, for the first figure A, you can keep this nut on one side, both the nuts on one side, and the knot part, this part here, and these two parts here, both the parts you keep it here for the first example. Now you observe the figure A. Put the cup on the table, keep one of the nut in the cup, and let thread carry the other nut hang down. Okay, for this example you have to keep one nut inside. Okay, one nut inside, and the other nut you have to keep it outside. One nut should be inside, one nut should be outside. Okay, at the time, or else you can keep both the nuts out and the knot part here, that is also okay. Because of this weight, because of the weight of the nut, what will happen? The cup will come down. That means there is a force in this direction because of the two nuts, and there is a displacement in this direction, correct? So because as both of them are in the same direction, the work done will be positive. In this case, the work done will be positive in the figure 1, correct? Now observe the figure B. When the cup is sliding along the table, stop it by putting a ruler in the path. You have to put a ruler in the path. At that time, what it is? The ruler is opposing the force. The force is in this the displacement is in this direction, and the force is applied by the ruler, and that force, it is opposing it. For that reason, the force will be negative, and therefore the work done will be negative. This is the negative work done. Now observe the figure C. Keep the cup at the center of the table and leave the two ends. These two ends, one on one side, other on the other side. One nut at one side, other nut at the other side. You keep it on the two side. What happens? There will be no movement, correct? There will be no movement because equal and opposite forces are applied on both the sides, here and here. So there will be no movement. When there is a no movement, what we say? That the work done is 0. Simple. Positive, negative, and 0 work done. Now we are going to proceed with the solved examples. Very simple examples on the concept of work done. Work done is equal to force into displacement. This you should know. Calculate the work done to take an object of mass 20 kg to a height of 10 meter. What you have to do is, you have to lift an object. When you lift an object, you are in the opposite direction of the gravitational pull applied by the earth. So definitely force is the gravitational pull applied by the earth. It is in the opposite direction to the activity you are going to perform. That is lifting. You have to lift, means you have to displace an object. Okay. Calculate the work done. So in the to find part, what we have to find? Work done. So write down to find work done. Work done is equal to what? Formula: force into displacement. Take an object of mass in the given quantity. Write down 20 kg to a height of 10 meter. Height, you have to lift to a height. That means you have to displace. Displacement is 10 meter. And they have given gravitational pull of the earth, which is equal to 9.8 meter per second. To find out the work done, we need force into displacement ka formula. Force, there is no force given the quantities. So force is what? We know that force ka formula is mass into acceleration, or you can also write it at mg. G is gravitational pull of the earth, or acceleration due to gravity. You can denote it by A or G. They have given G as 9.8, so we have written mass as 20, G as 9.8. Why this minus sign? Because the gravitational pull is in opposite direction to the displacement which is we are going to do. We are going to lift it. That means it is in the opposite direction to the gravitational pull. So work done will be negative. Simply multiply these two, you will get that force is equal to minus 196 Newton. Now work done is equal to force into displacement. You know force, you know displacement. Just put it, you will get work done is equal to minus 1960 joule, because SI unit is given. So you should write the unit in SI only, which is joule. The negative sign appears because of the direction of the force is opposite to the direction of the displacement. Which is the force here? Gravitational pull is the force here. So the work done is negative. Example 2. Praveen has applied a force of 100 Newton on an object. So you write down the given quantity as force is equal to 100 Newton at an angle of 60 degree to the horizontal. That means here the force is inclined one, not a horizontal one. Whenever inclined force comes into picture, you have to take the horizontal component of the inclined force. The object gets displaced in the horizontal direction and 400 joule work is done. So work done you can write in the given quantity as 400 joule. What is the displacement? So to find is displacement. So you can see force is given, work is given, displacement is to be find out. So you can use the formula work is equal to force into displacement. Work is given, force is given. Two quantities are given, the third quantity can be found out easily. So after writing the given quantity, you have taken the formula of work is equal to force into displacement. We know that work is equal to force into displacement, but they have told that the angle inclined force they have given. So whenever force is inclined, you will draw this line which is force, and with respect to horizontal they have given the theta as 60 degree. Okay, so whenever we want this component, the horizontal component, we have to take f cos theta. For the inclined force there are two components, the horizontal component and the vertical component. This is the horizontal component, this is the vertical component. But the displacement is always with respect to the surface of the earth, and the earth is horizontal, so the more importance is given to the horizontal component, which is f cos theta, and the vertical component, it comes out to be f sin theta, but it is not of any importance because the displacement is should be in the horizontal direction along the surface of the earth. So instead of f, we will take f cos theta into s. So observe here, they have taken the formula is w is equal to f cos theta and s is for displacement. Substitute the values, simply multiply it, and you will get the displacement as 8 meter. It is very simple to find out. I request students to solve more and more examples given in your exercise of your textbooks. And if there is any doubt while solving the question, do mention it into the comment box. I will surely solve those with my own hand on the pen and paper, and will post you the image of the solution of those questions. In short, of today's topic is 1 Newton is equal to 10 raised to 5 dyne. 1 Joule is equal to 10 raised to 7 urge. Positive, negative and zero work conditions. These are the key points you should remember. These are very much useful for your further chapters as well. So do remember these key points. I request students to keep watching the content and be clear with all of your concepts. With in case of any of the doubt, kindly mention it into the comment section. All the comments will surely be referred. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and do watch the next lecture, because we are going to proceed with the next topic, which is energy, which is very useful topic and very easy concept. So keep watching. Thank you once again. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.